I'd like to thank Skillshare for supporting my journey by sponsoring this video. Right.
Here's the pan.
Okay. Well, what are you doing?
This is the custom pan. So we're installing the shower pan, which is also like the whole bathroom floor.
Check it out.
This is the shower zone, and then there's a raised portion here where the nature's head is going to sit. And this will be the entire floor. So we got the hole for the drain cut.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we've got our sides built up. And then there's a elevated platform back there, which is built up with some foam and plywood scraps.
Sorry.
So we're going to use a whole bunch of PL, and it's going to glue it down and also kind of take the form of the bottom of the pan.
Cool.
And we'll let it sit for a few days, and once it cures up, it should be very solid. It's a tight fit. Maybe some wrestling with it here. But we're going to use, I think, 4 tubes of this, because we're kind of treating it like, in a typical shower pan install, you would use mortar, concrete, to support the bottom of the pan, because the bottom of the pan has a curve on it. We're not doing that. It's not how we do things around here. So we're using polyurethane.
Are you good, dude?
I think I'm good on my own.
Okay.
If you wanted to load up the next tube.
Wash your toes.
Needs a...
Okay. Look at that.
So how long have you two been best buds?
Since day one.
I think we both had similar thoughts first time we saw each other.
Oh, yeah?
Fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck is this guy? That guy thinks he's hot shit.
That guy really thinks he's cool. Look at the size of his dog. Ben, what did you think? Rolling up to my bus project.
Because that's how you guys met on your first bus, Charlie.
Ben through a mutual friend, because I needed help with the cabinetry and woodworking on my bus.
I remember having strong thoughts about just tiny homes and bus homes.
What kind of thoughts?
Like, this is absurd. Boy, get a shot of that.
Yeah,
that
this
is awesome.
Really good.
It's poop, it's baby diarrhea.
Ew, Charlie.
What?
What? We don't need this commentary.
Well, I just said what everyone was thinking. Sorry.
And then what were your first thoughts, Charlie? About Ben when he showed up to help you?
Holy shit, that's a big dog. Well, Ben rolled up in that cool Toyota that he still has with the dog that he still has. His jeans are all ripped up. And Ben's not a man of many words if you don't know.
It is true.
I was like, well, I don't think I'd ever hired anyone to do work for me before either. So I just was like, well, we'll see what happens. And I think like within a day or so, you sent me the drawings of what you envisioned.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this dude's serious. And then he showed up and spent like the next 4 weeks or however long hand cutting with chisels the custom joinery cabinet frames for my cabinets in my bus out of dumpster wood.
It was a little ridiculous.
Saved money on wood.
You went dumpster diving
I had
for the wood to stay in budget.
Well,
Well,
that's
I-
just how Ben is.
I was already doing that. Living in Denver while all these remodels were happening, all this really nice straight grain fir was coming out.
Yeah.
From the old framing material,
Oh.
which
It's
like
beautiful
doesn't
wood.
exist. It's pretty funny.
It doesn't
Like these
exist
people
anymore.
pulling this really, really nice lumber out of their houses and then putting just junk
Yeah.
Crazy.
SPF in.
And then somewhere along the lines, you two became best buds.
Well, I just kept hiring Ben.
I do remember this one time you were like, "Hey, dude, you should come over to the bus yard. I want to show you something." And then all of a sudden we were like walking through somebody's bus, and I realized he's just talking about plans and what we're gonna do.
Uh-huh.
And then-
You were like, oh, I guess I've got plans.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we're doing this again.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And then we had some good trauma bonding, trying to hit deadlines
Yeah.
for TV shows, and that's
That's
how
right.
we become friends.
Well, that's sweet. And look at you now.
Just
How's your,
7 years later.
how's your wrist feel?
tired. Okay.
That's
That's how you do it.
Where it was, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
There we go.
Yeah. It's a shower pan.
That's it.
So the next steps are going to be putting up the
Tile.
backer. And then you can tile.
Take a breather there, Charlie.
It was a little bit of a wrestle.
Yeah.
But
Looks great.
turned
It's
out-
huge. Way bigger than my last bathroom. Cool. I'm going to do floor and tile.
Just scoop it out, trowel it, and when we're done, we'll want to clean this off really good with soapy water. You want to hold the trowel at about a 45-degree angle as you go across.
Okay.
That'll make sure that, see how the ridges
Yeah.
got, the height of the ridges diminished as you got to that part?
Yes.
Because the trowel was getting a little too flat.
As you can see, I have started my floor. That was learning, figuring it out. But got started with Charlie. Gonna finish it. I don't think I bought enough glue, so I don't think I'm gonna finish it today, but I got a good start. Yeah. What did I do? I messed that up so bad. Measurement was 54, not 45. That'll do it. Alright, try this again. Alright, so what is slightly annoying about the wood that I got is that the planks are in 3 different sizes. So not only do I have to stagger the planks, I have to stagger the widths. Yeah, just another thing to think about, but it's going just fine. Progress. Progress. Jigsaw fits. Sweet. So now that I cut the next 3 rows, I'm gonna draw a line so I know where to glue till, pull them back, lay down the glue, and then put these back.
I think it's just.
Who's cutting the miters?
Me? Was it good?
Yeah.
Whoa! That is a mighty
That's
fine
freehand with the
compliment.
jigsaw, too, I think.
Freehand with the jigsaw. Sure was.
Get back.
My second time using a jigsaw. Not bad.
First time putting it in the floor.
Yeah. All right, I thought I'd take you guys outside to chit chat with you for just a second. We're sitting in the old GMC right now. Isn't she a cutie? But if any of you have been watching my channel for any length of time, you're probably familiar with this week's video sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes. Skillshare makes it so easy to explore a new skill or dive into creativity, especially if you don't know where to start. There are never any ads and there are always new classes going live. There's classes from cooking and self-care to fine art, SEO, entrepreneurship. I just finished my favorite class I've taken on Skillshare yet. It's by Jonathan Van Ness. Some of you might know him from Queer Eye, but it's called The Ultimate Self-Care Playbook, Discover and Nurture Your Centered Self. And with all the transitions happening in my life, I didn't realize how much stress and insecurity was creeping in on my day-to-day. And this class really helped me get grounded, recenter, and I love Jonathan's examples of how he takes care of himself, and I'm definitely going to put some of those into practice. The first 1,000 of you to click the link in the description will get a free 1-month trial of Skillshare. All right, I think it's time to go back inside. Get to work. Day 2 of floors. I'm making lots of progress. Hopefully we'll have less of a glue fiasco than yesterday. Thank God for Betsy saving the day. Today I might be able to get this done, if not by the first half of tomorrow. And then that'll be it for this week. And next week I can tile and maybe even get some cabinets in here. Whew. Guys, I'm really excited. What do you think of my floors? What do you think? They're bamboo, by the way, which I really like. I do. I had them in my last class. Okay, I gotta get to work. Figured out that gluing 2 rows is much more manageable than 4. And you don't have to stress about the glue drying and panicking and messing things up. What you think, Rio? Oh, don't eat that yet. Hey, what do you think of these floors, girl? You like them? Oh, sweetie. Now I'm gonna try to plan this out where, ideally, 2 sizes together will create 2 rows that will be half an inch away from this wall, so we don't have to use a table saw. Here's hoping. That is pretty much on the money, half an inch. Oh, that's amazing. Take that one today, that's for sure. So, this one's pretty. This one's going down here. I can see it right when I walk in. Wait, this guy next? Come on now. I said come on now. I said come on. There we go. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh! Come on now. Can you just cooperate? Just cooperate. There. Okay. Oh. Pencil in the pocket. Okay. Take this guy with the saw. Okay. Freaking perfect. Amazing. Nice. All right, now we glue. Finish this, glue this down. Didn't show ya, because how much of this can you really watch? So for this section, been using a cutoff, just like this one, of one of these pieces, because it's the right angle. So what I did is I set up the saw to match the angle, so then I can put a piece of wood in here and know that I'm going to be cutting it perfectly aligned with the angle. So measure this distance, make the mark here with Sharpie, just over 2 here. Then I line it up. Hey Rio, how are ya? Line it up here. Make sure it hits that. Account for the width of the blade, something I've been learning. Then I cut it. Okay, perfect angle. All right. Voila. Flush. Oh, I'm so bummed. So this cutoff would have been great to use down here, but she's not long enough. All right, this funky piece, I'm just winging it. Yeah, that looks good. There you go, a little bit like this. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Good enough. See what we did. See here. I mean, for eyeballing it, it's not too bad. Just a little bit of a gap, but I think we got the angle pretty good. Good enough. Look! Don't worry, I'm gonna take a little jigsaw to that, so don't worry about it. Here we are. Feeling like a house. Big day. We got the fridge. This will be underneath the cabinets. Then the ice coast, the freezer. And then we also got the sconces came in. I got it from a guy on Etsy. Some old guy was making cute sconces. Check this out. How adorable is this sconce? I got 2 of them. And Rachel installed the ice coat drawer. It's going to be underneath. Ice coat here. Big old drawer here. And then we're going to do the bed frame. And then I got to get tiling very soon. Whew, lots happening. It's December. Today, this is my zone. Sanding all of the couch pieces, finishing it, sanding it again, finishing it, and maybe doing it a 3rd time. That's what I'm up to. Bo's helping. Rio's supervising. Yes, thank you, Bo. You're being a good boy. All right, let's get to it. As I sit here and scan through the journal entries that I have from this past week, none of them feel really fitting for the end of this video. So I've just been sitting here reflecting, and I realized that it was about a year ago at this time that I picked up my phone feeling sad and anxious and without any sense of direction in my life, and I decided to press record. Because for some reason, documenting those moments felt like it was the only way I could pick up the pieces of myself or make any sense of the chaos that was my life. A few months later, I decided to post those very incomplete and somewhat embarrassing pieces of myself to YouTube. And this pursuit of healing and whatever else it has become has manifested in such a beautiful transformation, both internally and externally. This humbling lesson in public self-reflection has been challenging and so fruitful. Life has been so sweet lately, and I owe so much of that to these wonderful people around me. And I just want to take the moment to thank all of you for watching. I never expected to be here on YouTube or at this shop a year later. I never could have imagined any of this, and I'm just really grateful that a year later I get to pick up my phone and press record from a place of joy and contentment. So, thank you for being here. It's so awkward closing up, talking to a camera, you know? It's kind of weird. What do you need?
They're fine.
Sure?
I will need them.
Huh? This one?
Yep.
How are you? Are you ready to go? Are you frozen? Do you have your harness on? Are you frozen? Come on! Alright, I guess you're staying here. You ready? Let's go! Oh my god. Okay, now can we move? Oh, okay. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got the floor in there?
Barely.
Need more floor. Nice, that's good.
There we go.